What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, here we go. This right here is something that is great to hear as a Star Wars fan, as someone that is sick and tired of Lucasfilm constantly calling us names and dismissing our opinions because we tell them point blank, we are tired of your social BS within Star Wars. We are sick and tired of your political propaganda within Star Wars. We are tired of it, and we will be heard. So stay with me on this. Hold on. Bear with me. Just hear me out. Hear the video out that we're talking about. This is Clay Travis. Clay Travis is a sports commentator. Now, this is specifically about ESPN. Now, ESPN is owned by Disney, the same company that owns Lucasfilm. For years and years and years and years, ESPN continued to go woke. They continued to do the political propaganda. They continued to be one-sided. They continued to move farther away from sports and more into this social justice bullshit that nobody cares about. And we had sports fans like myself over and over and over again saying, we don't care about this. We don't care. We are sick and tired of hearing about this shit. All we want is sports. Clay Travis has been the king of driving that ship against ESPN, and ESPN has tried to smear his name, has tried to fight him and battle him. Now, here we are, and I'm going to let him talk. It's a 3-minute video, and then I will pick back up. And just so you know, DBAP on his shirt means don't be a pussy. That's great. I love Clay. Clay Travis is amazing. So here we go. Hear him out.
ESPN has apologized for Woke Center. This is amazing because basically ESPN has acknowledged that everything I ever said was correct. This is a story that went up yesterday, and I'm going to read some of the quotes from this story. The reason why I'm addressing this on this show is because so many people at ESPN and in their PR department and everywhere else, they attacked me.
I just want you to think about that for a minute. Who does that sound like? It sounds exactly like Lucasfilm. When people are calling out the bullshit that Lucasfilm is doing, and what do? They attack. They call you names. They try to discredit you. It's the same exact playbook.
They attacked me on a regular basis, and they said, hey, Clay Travis, you are wrong. All of the arguments you are making are incorrect. There is no basis to them whatsoever. And then the headline of this story is, ESPN returns SportsCenter to its roots. I think we miscalculated a little bit. I'm just going to read a few of these quotes.
Again, ESPN returns to their roots. I think we miscalculated a bit. Isn't that exactly what Star Wars fans are asking for? Return this to its roots. Take it away from the social justice wokeness and get it back to Star Wars. This is the same exact argument that Clay Travis has been making for ESPN to get it back to sports because we don't care about the politics.
A few of the quotes that show up here. Last year, SportsCenter was suffering as the ratings collapsed. They brought in a man named Norby Williamson who used to be in charge of SportsCenter, and he said, I think we miscalculated. The perception became that you could just roll a talent out there and it doesn't matter what he or she is saying, that the content didn't matter. I just never believed that.
Does that not sound exactly like what they're doing with Star Wars? Rolling it out there. It doesn't matter. It's got the Star Wars name on it. It's got the Star Wars brand on it. It doesn't matter what we do because people are going to be mindless zombies and walk right into the theater and they're going to give us their money. And we can put all the social justice propaganda into it we want. Except Solo happened. Actually, The Last Jedi happened. And Solo was the result. And now Episode 9 is going to be the next result.
They have now gotten 8 straight months of increased ratings. And it turns out that people like sports. It turns out that people like sports. I know this is shocking. We fell into that trap a little bit. We de-emphasized the video and the storytelling. They have gotten back to actually giving what people expect. Sage Steele had a good quote here. I think we've recommitted to what people expect. Just as I would have watched the CBS Evening News Show with Dan Rather, I just want my information. This is the same thing, just sports. I'm like the fan, Norby Williamson said. Never forget, I'm the person you have to serve. Let's not overthink SportsCenter. The goal is to get more people to watch the today than watch yesterday. And he also says that it is important to be able to serve the audience.
I want you to look at that Lucasfilm. I want you to read that, Lucasfilm. That. Never forget, I'm the person you have to serve. He's speaking as a fan. I'm the person you have to serve. Damn right. It is important to be able to serve the audience. Star Wars fans are sick and tired of this political BS that you are shoving into Star Wars. Much like us sports fans, myself, was tired of ESPN going political. And it finally bit ESPN in the ass. It took years. It took years of them being completely stubborn, calling people names, dismissing people like Clay Travis. And now here you are. You're having to own it. Because why? Because SJWs don't watch sports. Sports fans watch sports. SJWs don't watch Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans watch Star Wars. Continue on, Clay.
The audience. This is, I think, significant. ESPN attacked me for years for having a couple of big philosophies, big hypotheses that ESPN had abandoned the average sports fan in favor of politics. And that's why I said they had gone to Woke Center. And you know what? Turns out I was correct. All the data supports me. I was 100% correct. Not the kind of guy to brag or draw attention to myself, but I'm a genius. Congratulations to ESPN for now coming back around to the arguments that I have made for a long time. Here is my book. The argument has been made in here. I'm sure everybody at ESPN has read this book because the minute it started coming out, it's amazing. President of ESPN, Jimmy Pitaro, CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, they all started parroting the same arguments that I made in my book. They recognized that I was right. It's a long time in the wilderness. I was getting ripped on a regular basis by all the quote-unquote media elites. Oh, this guy Clay Travis, he doesn't have any idea what he's talking to. He doesn't have any idea what he's talking about. Guess what? Truth is, I knew exactly what I was doing. I am pretty good at my job. And
so good. So good. And this is so closely linked to what's going on with Star Wars. Now, I'm a mega sports fan. Mega sports fan. I don't talk about sports much on this channel because a lot of you don't want to hear it, and that's fine. That's why we have the other channel, Sports Wars. But I'm a mega sports fan, and I have seen this political propaganda being pushed into sports for years, and I've seen people like Clay Travis battle against it with data, with statistics, with facts. And I have seen the SJW crowd go after this guy and try to slander him and try to misrepresent him. They don't give a shit about sports. They don't give a shit about anything. The same thing that's been going on with sports has been going on with Star Wars in the last few years. Both of them are owned by Disney. If you don't think Disney is going to wake the fuck up if Episode 9 comes in at under $1 billion, you're not paying attention. If Episode 9 comes in at under $1 billion, this is going to be catastrophic for Disney, for Lucasfilm. And they are finally going to have to recognize, hey, people don't like politics in their entertainment, just like they didn't like politics in their sports. And eventually, you're going to have to realize that, and you're going to have to own it. And you need to get someone in Lucasfilm to take over that understands that you serve the fans. The fans control your company. So you need to do whatever it takes to please those fans. Just like at John Skipper at ESPN, when he was there, it was all about getting woke. It was about political propaganda. It was about projection. John Skipper was a piece of garbage. Once he signed his new contract, what was it, 2 months later, I believe, that he actually resigned to go get treatment for alcoholism or some shit like that. Clay Travis put him on blast 100 times, exposed the whole story. John Skipper was a complete fraud. And so it doesn't really matter that Kathleen Kennedy signed her extension. I do believe that she now is a figurehead at Lucasfilm. I do. I don't have anything to back that up. I don't have any sources. That is just a gut feeling of mine, just because of how she has operated in the past, where she's been out in front of everything, every announcement, every film. She's been right there. Her face has been plastered everywhere. She's been at every turn, every interview, everything. And now, since The Last Jedi, the woman has completely disappeared. She's basically, where's Waldo? We can't find her. Nobody knows where she's at. I feel like she's a figurehead at this point. The point I'm making here is that clearly at some point, once the money starts drying up, once these idiot companies realize that SJWs aren't going to support your business model, it's something every normal thinking person in the world already knows. We already understand this. And once it starts hitting them where it hurts at the bottom line, they're going to wake up. And Star Wars is close right now. Like I said, in 2019, they have the release of Star Wars Land in Anaheim and in Orlando at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. They have Star Wars Celebration in Chicago and Episode 9 in December. If this does not hit home with them, I don't know what will, but obviously it will. It has to. So if Episode 9 comes in at under $1 billion, it's going to be a major wake-up call for Disney and for the executives and for the shareholders. So this is a huge win for all of us that ESPN has acknowledged that they basically were a failure with their woke center propaganda for years. And they went after people like Clay Travis that were trying to call them out. And ultimately, who was right? The people with common sense. The people that saying, hey, if you're a sports network, focus on sports. Hey, if you run a entertainment company and you're developing Star Wars, maybe focus on Star Wars, not the social propaganda bullshit and the identity politics that you filled it with for the last few years. So you guys need to check out Clay Travis, Outkick the Coverage. I will leave a link below. He has a YouTube channel. It's not really his main thing. He's part of Fox Sports 1, FS1. He's got Outkick the Coverage. He's awesome. He's one of the coolest. He's my favorite guy in sports media. And if you're into sports and you like my attitude, you're going to love Clay Travis. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.